All right, so um, we can time speed ahead a little bit, right? With Mariah getting a handful of these antipsychotics with, an appointment to see Dr. Fincher the next day.
Hmm.
But you guys have quite a few more hours in the day before I have any sort of NPC initiated anything. I figured I'd give you guys the initiative and see where you guys want to go next.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
If we're doing it just by the hour of today,
Mm-hmm.
oh boy, it would take a while to get back to the behemoth. Uh, so he'd probably be in the town. He will probably look for the techno wizard.
Okie dokie. Zacharias. All right. Um, I'll add this. I'll throw this out here first too.
Mhm.
Um, when you guys are in the streets, probably soon after you see Dr. Fincher or whatnot, you receive a dinner invitation. One of the security personnel uh, flags you down and says that Dan Parin has heard that you've come back into town. And although he is currently occupied, he thought it would be uh, pleasant to have you over for dinner. So you may accept or reject that. Dinner's at 6 o'clock, so that's in about an hour and a half worth of time.
Hmm.
So if you like, we can role play, do what you guys would do in that hour and a half, then have dinner with Dan, if that
That
works
sounds
for you
good.
guys. Yeah,
Dinner
Sure.
with Dan sounds like a great movie.
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Um, Patrick, you want to go and see Zacharias? Okay. It's still hours of operation. He closes around dinner time. It's before dinner, so you find you'll find his home, his shop, which is actually half his home, and then his shop is kind of an extension of his home. Opening up the door, in which a little sign that says "open" rings a chime, and sure enough, oh wait, I can bring out his token too.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
many
look at this is
tokens.
just like the reunion episode.
Kind of, kind of is, kinda.
Kinda.
There he is. There you are,
Shayla.
Zach.
Like Jane Fonda.
Undead.
I'm gonna bring out all these voices. All right, there you are, Zach. He goes, howdy, you just caught me in just. Well, I'll be damned. I haven't seen you in a while. It's not every day that you survive a ley line storm together. How are you? It was, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. Pat, Patty, right?
Yes.
All right. Oh, come on in,
I'm
come on in, come on in. What can I do for you?
uh Patrick is just looking around at whatever sort of uh
Oh,
displays there are, just kind of
oh.
glancing around while he's walking to the counter.
Okie dokie.
I mostly came in to see you and how to see if you're okay, I guess.
Oh, well, yeah, still haven't, the lions haven't taken me. I haven't been swallowed up whole by some sort of flying whale or anything like that. Yeah, no, I'm doing well. Business is booming. Oh, that last stop to New Laszlo, sold quite a bit of my spookifiers and those the little netters as well. And I am busy making more of those. The New Laszlo Police Department is just eating them up, which is always nice for me. That's for sure. But I'm doing quite well. If you're looking to just get together, chew the fat, so to speak, right? Uh, we could always go for a drink or something like that over the Bee and Hornet sometime tonight if you want.
Um,
Tell me where you been. See what you saw. Maybe we'll haggle over something. Who knows?
Speaking of, I recall seeing your wares before. It was mostly ammo and a few other equipments. And
Yeah, my translator, that sort of thing. Yeah, I only had what I had on me. Sorry, but now that I'm in my home space, I suppose, I guess I got myself a bit of a bigger inventory. Although, if you're looking for something custom, it'll take me a few days to probably whip up, even for an old survivor like yourself. Well, was there something that you were interested in?
Oh, I had nothing in particular.
Alright.
I'd love to see.
Well,
Yeah,
to be
right.
honest, the GM didn't anticipate this. He didn't create an inventory for Zach just yet. But I'll just speak out of character. But
That's God talking through Zacharias.
It is. Oh God,
Patrick starts freaking.
no, I've ruined the immersion. I'm the worst. Okay, so because we got the parents post so fast,
Mhm.
I would love to whip up a Techno Wizard item list that Zacharias would have in his inventory.
Mhm.
But would it be all right if I gave it to you this week? And if there's anything you would want to buy, we can retroactively say you did that. So in this interaction, is that okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Good, because I want to give you a thorough list of little tools that you get to play with, right? So like things that you might be interested in. So
Yes.
before I make up that list, is there anything in particular? Actually, I think there is something, and you're going to talk to me about it after this session. So,
No,
no?
that's just for not
Shits and giggles, but just conversation starter. Okay. If there's anything in specific that you're looking for, let me know, Patrick, or Piff, whoever you are, and I'll see if it makes sense that he would have it in his inventory. Makes sense?
Hmm.
All right, groovy. So sorry for the lack of shopping this very second, but I did not anticipate this. I always
Patrick
have.
just wanders into like an empty shop. Wow.
Yeah, I know. I know you're like, I'm looking around stuff. I'm like, I don't want to describe what's there because I don't know yet.
Oh, just ammo, shells of ammo.
They're all just black boxes with question marks over it.
You just go, there's
text
so
is-
much stuff.
Just
Oodle stuff.
So much. You can't go through it. No, so is that okay by you? Because
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we got. Is there anything else you want to talk to Zacharias with? Or
I will take him up on his offer of reminiscing about what we've gone through in the
okay.
metrics and whatnot.
Oh, that'll be nice. Good.
I would appreciate that too, because it would not definitely be Al's first stop, but he would, as the days pass, peruse his wares.
Okie
maybe
dokie.
I might too.
All right, sure. I'll open the list to everybody. How does that sound?
Okay.
Yeah.
Groovy.
All right.
All right. Anything else, you guys? Anyone else you really want to see before you have dinner with Dan? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay.
We'll make kissy
I
face with Kennedy.
Girlfriend.
I know who he
Boyfriend.
wants to see.
Is it me?
It's
In
you.
a very weird way, yes.
Kind of, because I control everyone else. So yeah, it is kind of me.
Where's their medical tent?
And they don't have a medical tent. They have a clinic. Remember?
Right. Well, yeah. Where's the clinic for Endless Storytellers?
It would be. Endless Storytellers Clinic has boarded up because they're not on patrol right now.
Oh, okay.
But the clinic I can make it easy. You ask around. Parents Post isn't huge.
Oh, I would know where that one is. I've dealt with them before. I just thought
Yeah,
she
you dealt
would
with
be
them
in
before.
her
No,
little...
she wouldn't be there. Yeah,
Okay.
she'd be in her own abode. Actually, she's renting out a room at the Goldsmith Inn. So you'd ask around and
Yeah.
you'd find her there.
Okay. Then he
right.
would meander to the Goldsmith Inn.
Mm-hmm.
Not
All
very
right.
quickly.
That's okay. In fact, we're going to say, as fate has it, you would see her leaving the Goldsmith Inn, heading towards the south.
He would follow a little bit and then say, "Excuse, not like follow."
I know.
her. Yeah.
I know. I follow her for 17 minutes. Exactly how long it took for me to fall in love with her.
Breathing heavily.
I see your hair still smells real good.
You see, you see outside a room. You just see Al's eyes creep over the windowsill.
Oh God.
All right. Anyways,
Okay.
you just follow her for
For a few
moment.
steps, and then say,
Yeah.
"Ma'am."
She would turn and look to you, and she'd that little look of someone. They give a polite smile, and then that kind of look, as in like, do I recognize this person?
Right.
No. I always. And she goes, "Oh, yes, sir. Are you talking to me?"
Al's gonna like freeze, and then kind of
Uh-huh.
like scratch his temple, and then be like, no, sorry."
Okay, she says, as she gives you just a bit of a sidelong glance and continues on her way. She takes a couple more glances your way just to make sure you're not like a weirdo.
After
But-
after like a few steps, Al just kind of closes his eyes and goes, "Wait, yes, I'm sorry. Let me start again, Kennedy."
Okay. Okay, and her eyes narrow a little bit, as in like how the fuck does he know my name? But she doesn't interrupt you.
He's gonna get like not aggressively, get close enough to her that he doesn't have to speak loudly or anything.
Okay,
going
so
to
you take
say-
a few steps closer.
Yeah, he's gonna say, it's Al.
Oh, she says, and she waits for a moment, and you can see like neurons are connecting in her head, and she's like, "What?"
You,
No.
I told you that my face would change.
Oh, so this is a disguise.
No, actually, it's not. I know it's really strange and it's really weird, and I have no real right to ask this, but can I buy you a meal and I'll explain everything?
She grabs your wrist and she pulls you off somewhere into the Goldsmith Inn. Don't get fucking excited.
Right.
She takes you into a room and she closes the door behind her and she says, "This isn't a trick?
No.
Prove it."
When I left, after you finding out that I was a spy, you told me that you didn't care what face I had, as long as this didn't change. And he's going to point to his heart.
What the hell are you doing here?
Mila got worse. And the only person that could help her was here.
Do you have any idea what's been going on?
Al shakes his head.
She she folds her arms into each other a little bit and she says, things weren't very good after you guys left through that portal thing. We managed to get down to Perrysburg, hounded the entire way. We managed to perform there without much incident, but as soon as we left to head back up towards Perrin's Post, things got bad. Some military group, mercenaries, the Screaming Banshees, were harassing us the entire way. And eventually it got so bad that Zoe had to have a meeting with them. And that meeting did not go well. I had to treat her broken arm. They were looking for you. You understand? They wanted to know exactly where you went, and we had no idea.
Al's
The
gonna,
firebrand's gone.
Al
He,
looks up at her.
yeah. He, uh, soon after the whole incident with Zoe and these guys not backing off, Firebrand just up and left, took his stuff, took his vehicle, his own personal vehicle, and he took off. Only Zoe knows where he went. No one else has any clue. I don't know what you're into, but they're still looking for you. You have to understand that.
Al will nod and then say, I'm sorry for the trouble we brought on you.
She shrugs and she says you can't change it, so... I mean, you didn't break Zoe's arm. You didn't harass and detonate missiles in front of our caravan. You didn't try to intimidate us. It was those guys, but... Yeah, I can see why you feel guilty about it.
Al will be quiet for a while. And then... Did...
Nobody died. Not yet. But we don't know if we're going to even bother trying to go another tour. Go on another tour after the snow thaws. Zoe and Finger and oh my God, what was his name?
Caleb?
Caleb, thank you. Oh my God,
You're
thank you
welcome.
so much for this.
He was
Caleb,
my boss.
yeah, he was. And Caleb have to figure out exactly what they want to do. It spooked a lot of the staff members, so either we'll take a smaller tour or what, we'll see. We'll see what happens when the winter passes, but
Al's not sure what to say. He just feels horrible.
yeah, fair enough. It's very sweet that you came back to talk with me, but I wish it was under better circumstances, that's all. If you're worried I'm not going to tell anyone, you're you, but...
Al like shakes his head. That's not why I came to... I never would think that. I just... Never mind. Obviously this upsets you. Maybe I should go.
It's not you that upsets me, Al. It's just the situation.
Al, oh gosh, will actually look at her with very, very hurt eyes, and will say, I know exactly what you mean, more than you could ever know.
She nods. If you want my advice, get out of here as best you can. Don't leave this entire area. Go someplace where the Coalition doesn't even know who you are. Regardless of what face you wear. That's the only way you'll really be safe.
Oh god, hang on, I'm trying to think of how Al would say this.
Sure. I'm laying down some serious shit on you,
I
bros.
No, and I'm trying to think of how, like, because I know what Al wants from her. And
I
don't
know.
get excited. No, I know what Al wants from her, but I don't know how to say it. Not exactly what you're thinking.
All right.
He would say, Kennedy, I didn't come because I was worried. I didn't come because I needed that kind of advice. I came because I need to make sure I'm still me. And I don't know who else would know. And I think Al would, unless she stops him or something, would tell her everything from the time they left.
She won't stop him. She won't stop him.
The body
Okay.
change, burning his
Okay.
body,
Mm-hmm.
killing, how he killed Elizabeth and Jasper, and how
Mm-hmm.
it all made him feel, like everything, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then just kind of state that I don't. I try so hard to be like you. And it seems like no matter what I do or where I go, I can't. And I don't. I sometimes don't know if I'm the person you thought I was. If I ever was or ever will be.
She replies with, I have never had to make a hard decision in my entire life. Never. The hardest decision I had to make was joining the Endless Storytellers, and that was just an opportunity that just lay at my feet. I was just a pretty girl looking for a job, and I came across Caleb, and he looked at my skill set, and he looked at my body, and he said that I would be a fit in. So all I had to do was just say yes. You've had to make extremely hard decisions. I've never had to decide whether someone lives or dies. I would never want to, because frankly, I don't have the nerve for it. The very fact that you make these hard decisions, and then you question yourself. You know what cruel people, what monsters do? They do what they want and they never question themselves. But you are clearly tormented by it. That in itself answers your own question. Don't you think?
Al will be quiet for a moment and say, I'm not sure what to think, but you think that. And that's
I
good
do.
enough for me.
I wish this was under different circumstances. You were pretty cute when you weren't an elf. Not to say I have anything against the elf thing, but you know what I was trying to say. Then she clears her throat.
Al nods and he says, no, I understand. Though, he kind of rubs his pointy ears. I am quite getting used to them.
Well, be careful.
You too.
And before you leave, she stops you for a moment and she says, I'm not... Shut up, Mariah. And she says, seriously, you need... Pay attention to the advice I gave you.
Don't worry. We don't plan to stick around for long.
She's like, good. All right, good.
Yeah.
Good. All right, I think that wraps up that scene just fine.
Mhm.
We're not fading to black.
No.
We don't see a train going into a tunnel.
No, we don't see how hot
Al
dogs are being
leaving a
made.
room, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Anyway. Anyone?
Boring.
Boring. All right, so, anything else anyone wants to do, or do we want our next scene to be dinner with Dan?
I was kind of thinking of doing something.
Oh, yeah, all right, what up?
Is there specifically a tailor in Parents Post?
No, there isn't. The general goods store sells clothes, and there are a few fine ladies who work out in the countryside who have been known to adjust clothing for adventurers for a very, very small fee, but not a specific tailor, no.
Okay. I'll probably go to the general goods store,
Mhm.
to the Broken Drum.
Can't be beat.
Can't be beat. I'm going to get.
I'm never going to get sick of that, by the way.
Yeah. I'm going to get a bunch of clothes for me to wear because I'm still wearing the slightly tight, overly tight clothes that I was wearing from when he was younger.
All right.
And also, I am going to replace a lot of the cups and dishes and all of that was broken.
Good call. So, approximately how many sets of clothes are you going to get? I'll let you, have your own mental image of the design and everything. We don't need to get into that nitty-gritty just yet. But how many? I just want to know how many
Complete sets?
complete
6.
sets. 6? Okay, so I just calculate a price plus like 3 dinette sets. Thanks, Mariah. That would come to
You're welcome.
Small price to pay.
250 credits.
Easy peasy. Done.
I certainly hope so. Okay.
But that won't bring the dishes back.
Anywho, anything else? You guys?
No, I'm good.
I think that's it for me.
Okay.
The rest of the time would probably be spent going back to the behemoth and restocking the shelves and all that.
That will take more than an hour and a half to get to and to come back, right? So you might have to do that after
Right.
you talk with, after you not talk with, you have dinner, if that makes sense.
I'll
the
at least
broken-
get into my
Newer clothes? Sure.
newer clothes, yeah.
Sure, not a problem. Not a problem. And, of course, the folks at the Broken Drum can arrange for the rest of your purchases to be at your locker, at your storage facility, so you can take them on your way out of Parents Post.
Sounds good.
Groovy. So, meeting up in front, it's fair to assume that you guys would all just meet up in front of Perrin's home?
I would think so.
Is Mariah there?
Is Mariah there? She most certainly can be. Of course she is.
I think that's up to Mariah. Is Mariah there?
Just
Yeah.
making sure. Am I medicated?
Yes, definitely. If you choose to put those pills in, actually, probably before you leave, Fincher will insist that you take at least a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So she's just she's, I guess, back to the usual Mariah, blinking.
Oh, boy.
That's as good as we're gonna get right now, isn't it?
Yep.
Cool.
All right. So you are greeted. Oh wait, I gotta get his token out too. I gotta.
Good, because for some reason I picture Parin and all I see is Tommy Wiseau, and I don't want to see
No.
like
No.
You
face
monster.
melting, subway creeping
Oh, hi,
No.
Mariah.
alien.
Of all the
Hi.
people, there we go. There's Finger. Oh man, Finger, I missed you too. Okay, that sounded weird.
Okay, someone needs to clip that audio out so I can have that be my text ringtone.
So that kind of trumps Al's entire scene there.
You know what? Go fuck yourself. All right. Anyway, this is so weird going back to this. All right.
I know.
I love it though. All right. So up at the front steps, you see as you accumulate, there isn't a servant that greets you or anything like that. It is Dan Finger Parin himself with Sasha at his side. Although he has a leash attached to her, so it looks like he was just coming back from a walk or some sort of excursion. And he gives a small, pleasant smile, and he looks to Mariah, and he looks to Patrick, and he says, "Well, I think we have a lot of catching up to do. I see I have some new friends to meet as well." And he comes on down, and he brings his hand to you, Tom, and he says, "Dan Finger Parin, I have to apologize. I like to try to meet everyone who arrives at my little place here in the world, but I had a few errands to run, I suppose." And he pauses, waiting for your name.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure that I am brain farting right now. What's the name of the lady that was in charge of the endless
Zoe?
storytellers?
Zoe.
Zoe.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Zoe informed you of our situation.
She informed me of a few situations, yeah. Hold up a second. let's not talk about this on my front stoop. Come on in.
Yes.
We'll chat over dinner. But he's taken a questioning look to you, Tom, and then another quick glance towards the elf. Kind of just not in a negative way, but in a very appraisal way, right? Sizing you up. But you enter his grand foyer, rich wood, leading into his dining hall, in which he is the dinner that is being served is of course collard greens, in addition to a salad, a fresh garden salad, in addition to fresh pork chops, and he gives a bit of a smile, and he makes sure that his cook knows what chocolate milk is and to bring that out to be served as well. And he gives a bit of a smile towards Mariah as he says that. And the smile fades when he realizes that's not really registering on any level just yet, but that's okay. He's not dissuaded. But as you sit and eat, I suppose some conversations are definitely going to be had. So I'll leave it for you guys to talk first, unless you want Finger to.
Well, here's a quick question. Who's there besides Finger, or is it just Finger?
It's just Finger. Oh, actually, that's not true. Also Sasha.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
She's always at his side.
yeah.
Mariah's
Well, not
just
always,
staring at Sasha.
Okay. Sasha looks to you, Mariah, and she wags her tail quite a bit, and she looks like lovingly and happily towards you. I think she remembers you, Dan says.
Mariah blinks at Parin and looks to Sasha, and she kind of reaches out her hand.
Okay. Perrin will, of course, allow, and Sasha comes up, and she takes a little sniff at your hand, and she gives it a few little doggy licks, right? And she kind of nuzzles underneath of it, like encouraging you to like pet her head, just give her ear scratches.
Mariah awkwardly starts patting her on the head.
There we go. Dan Parin. Finger looks at this exchange for quite some time before, after the head pat, he calls Sasha back and she comes back. But his polite smile wavers a little bit, only because due to that interaction. But as the meal continues and the conversation continues, he does his best to be his jovial self. Once again, before I have him start talking, I'll give you guys the initiative if you want to start the conversation. If not, I'm comfortable doing so.
All right, Perrin, let's cut the crap. No, sorry, someone else can do that. I'm not doing it.
Well, Tom, you had started. Would you like to continue, or?
Yeah, getting back to what I was saying before. Essentially, this is not the first time that we have met.
Okay. He says, I have to say, I don't really recognize your face. And he kind of looks at you carefully. Although I'm familiar with everything that's happened with the Endless Storytellers.
Yeah. My name is Tom.
And he nods a little. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Last time we met, I was about yay high.
And he gives a bit of a nod, and you can see for just a split second, his face almost goes into like a wince, like a pained wince for a second. And then it fades, and he goes, yeah, that's what I thought. I had my suspicion, but I wasn't 100% sure. I wanted to make sure it came from your lips.
Yeah.
It sounds silly, but I mean, it's not every day someone walks in with a completely different face and build and age. Says that they're a 16-year-old Burster kid, right? So we did mention that you guys were going to try to take care of your identity, but I have to say that's one hell of a disguise.
Hey, you should see him. He used to be human. I'm going to point over to Al.
Al will say, "It's not a disguise. I really am an elf now."
Al, I take it?
Al waves.
He gives another slow nod. You realize this is very, very hard to comprehend right now. Not to say I'm upset. It's just I have been around the block a few times, I guess you could say, and I've never, ever. Is it cybernetic? It must be.
Al will raise an eyebrow and then say, "No, it's... Well, I'm not quite sure, but I know that it's magical. Basically, I know it's hard to wrap your head around. It's hard for me to wrap my head around. Our consciousness was replaced with consciousnesses that used to inhabit these bodies."
He nods, and that little wince hits his face again. I see. I guess this is cause for celebration then, more chocolate milk, more wine. I suppose now that I definitely have your identities in order, I can give you the money I've kept aside for you. I guess that's a different kind of dessert that most people don't get. He gives a bit of a laugh. But before that, I have to ask, what brings you back? To be honest, things are kind of tense with the Endless Storytellers. We've had some problems with some mercenaries, but I believe I've dispersed them. They shouldn't be much of a problem now that, my little traveling show is back safe at home. We haven't heard hide or tail of the Screaming Banshees. Have they given you a problem coming back in?
No.
Oh, that must mean they're definitely... Well, hopefully they're gone for good, or at least off doing something else.
Hopefully. I'm sorry that we were the cause of what happened to the storytellers.
He shrugs and he says, "What can I tell you? It's... Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I mean, this isn't Coalition territory, and there's no reason why we should think that, we play by their rules, right? So you did what you had to do, and Zoe made her decisions, and I made my decisions, and we moved forward. I'm not going to hold that against you. I just wish you came back to happier circumstances. You understand? It's been kind of tense lately. Been trying to get things back to normal. Plus, of course, I've had a few problems getting the last bit of, what you sold to me those few months back, the dinosaur skeleton. I've had a hell of a time. My good friend Utku, has been called off to other business, and the men that, half of the men that I have sent to try to retrieve the skeletons, the rest of the bones, they're not making very good headway. So I'm hoping to get the rest of it before winter hits, but I don't know how well that's going to happen. How likely. And then he let the conversation peter off a little bit. If you have more questions for him, feel free to ask.
Al would say, while we're talking about business, the care package we gave you a while ago on that coalition agent, if you still have it, it would be best to dispose of it. It'll only cause problems now. He has found a way to make it useless.
Okay. So we don't want to incriminate myself. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you to let me know. I'll destroy it immediately.
And just so we are clear and you are aware, we are still wanted, so there is still danger to us being here. I know that you have said that we're not in coalition territory, but I feel it is at least polite to let you know.
Of course. I promise you I'm doing my best to run my town as best as I can. And that's not to say things can't slide in, but there's a reason why I want to personally meet every single person. Just to feel them out. You understand? So I guess you could say I'm your first line of defense.
Yeah.
In a way.
And one we trust.
Well, in any place in this world, if you're safe here. Well, let's have dessert. What do you say?
Yeah.
Good call. And while he gets dessert, Inferno's going to take one final stop to the bathroom.
Okay.
He's gonna see some tourist attractions, maybe use the sink. It's gonna be great.
Oh boy. So who
know,
wants to
so
tell him
awkward.
why we're here? Because he did ask.
Oh, so awkward.
Yeah.
What's the whole thing? Yeah, everything's awkward. Everything's very uncomfortable here. It's
Like,
not
I don't know
quite the
why.
reunion.
I don't know why. I was somehow thinking it was like, hey, welcome back. We're so happy. Now it's like, do you know what's been going on? I'm sorry.
We really screwed the pooch.
I know.
Yeah, we fucked everything up.
Yeah.
We're terrible, horrible people.
It didn't fade to black, Criana.
Were you expecting to get some after you were like,
No, of
Yes.
course not.
here's my story. I killed people.
Look, no, I wasn't. But I left
Hey, I'm
room
an
to be
elf now.
surprised.
What?
Listen, I was saying he was saying he didn't get some. And I said, were you surprised after you told her you killed people?
We were joking
That's
around.
not something you want to say when you're like trying to, make
Yeah.
it hanky panky.
Maybe not
Yeah, it's
to
not
you,
gonna
but
happen.
some people might like that. You never know. Pretty sure Kennedy's not one of those people.
Yeah.
So for dessert, there is watermelon and whipped cream.
That's a dessert.
Ooh.
Yeah. Watermelon and whipped cream. Did you say watermelon wasn't a dessert?
Yeah, I did. So that's not
now.
a dessert. That's fruit.
Fruit could be dessert. Anyway, it's sweet. Anyways, that's what's for dessert. And once dessert is finished, Parin will drift things back more onto business. And he'll say, I kind of hinted at it before, but I didn't want to be rude while we ate, but let's just to say it's a little overwhelming to have old business partners come back and half of them have new faces. But that's okay. I'm a pretty clever guy. I can make adjustments pretty quickly. So I'll get down to business. I don't know how long you plan on being in the post, but I could really use some help with getting the last of those bits of the dinosaur skeleton back. It's not that I can't trust anyone, but anyone else I send out there will be hired help, men that I haven't really groomed myself. And who's to say they wouldn't just run off with it anyway, right?
Yeah.
So if you're willing, I'll pay you a comfortable stipend. It'll give you something to do. It'll be quick, easy work. I know you'll probably be able to do it fast enough before the snow hits. So, what do you say?
I personally, out of character, I don't have a problem. I like the idea.
I like the idea.
Oh,
I
good.
think Al's of the opinion right now. Anything he can do to help these people that
Yeah.
he's kind
Yeah.
of royally screwed over.
Fantastic. Well, of course, unless you need a refresher on where it is, um, yeah, I guess you just really have to retrace the old steps that you took.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I'll be here waiting, and once you get to the borders of Parents Post, I'll be sure to have my folks take care of the rest of the heavy lifting. But,
Well, it might, if that's okay, be a few weeks before we can do that. See, you did ask why we're here. Didn't quite give you an answer.
Well, I figured your business was just your business. It's okay. I mean, you don't have to tell me if you're not comfortable with it.
No, it's fine. Just Mila is unwell, and the cyber doctor here is hopefully going to help her with that, and it might take a few weeks.
I see. Well, I do have to admit, what I would want is a little time sensitive. Perhaps if Mila were to stay here for just a small bit of time, and the rest of you went out and got it, I don't suppose that would be much of a problem. But I understand why you wouldn't want to leave your friend behind. Well, tell you what, why don't you at least think about it, right? Think about what you want to do. And but it would be really nice if you could leave in the next couple days. That's what I was kind of hoping. It'll take a week or so to get there, a week or so to get back. And we don't know. We've already had the first frost, so snow might be coming sooner than we expected. That's all. But tell you what, just think about it. Get back to me in the next couple days. Let me know for sure, and then I can make other arrangements if you're not up to it. It's okay. I get it.
All right, we'll definitely let you know.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
We will let you know as soon as possible.
Well, he smiles and goes, well, I promised you dessert, and although watermelon isn't the most greatest delicacy, as the GM looks over to Criana,
Criana looks the other way.
says, I do think I have something that might sweeten things even more. And he steps out of the room for a moment. He's gone for a few minutes, and he comes back, and he has a smooth silver cred chip. And he says, I think you'll be very happy with the amount of money found on here. I am a man of his word, and everyone knows that Dan Parin can be relied upon when it comes to payment. You don't have yourself much of a reputation as a trader if you don't live up your end of the bargain, right? And he slides the cred chip over to Patrick, because you barely have said anything so far, man. I feel so bad for you. Are you doing okay? You just stuffing your face, bro?
I am classically stuffing my face.
Okay. All right, great. Wonderful. He hands over the cred chip with the millions upon millions of credits on it to you. And with that, he'll leave you to your evening. He thanks you for a nice dinner. Of course, he's always here. He can't guarantee to be here any moment of every single day for you, of course. He does have a town to run, but he says it's kind of good to see you back.
I would have one question for him. Like, as
Sure.
they go, he would say,
Of course.
because you know the situation better than we do, should we go say hi to Zoe? I know things are kind of tense, but...
She's not angry at you. She's more angry at herself. But seeing you might make her... I don't want to see her upset, and it might upset her. For now, just
I understand.
tell you what. Maybe I'll talk to her first, right? Ease the idea into her, if that makes sense.
Just let her know that we are incredibly grateful for everything, and if she needs anything, she
Okay.
has what to ask.
Okay. Patrick, I just saw your little plus sign there. Am I too late?
No.
Okay, what's up?
I didn't want people to be like, "And we're leaving." I'd be like, "But I wanted to."
Yeah, okay, what else do you want to do, homie?
I wanted to ask Perrin a question.
Sure, lay it on me. Lay it on him.
You okay? Let's see. How should I phrase this? Did you, Perrin?
Mm-hmm.
Have you added anything to your collection while I was away?
Huh. A few things. Yeah, actually I did. Managed to get my hands on another movie, actually. It's gonna be a good one too. It's bizarre. Just a bunch of roads and flames and screaming. Really, really good.
Ghost Rider.
No.
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
That'd be great, though.
Max. Yeah.
Ghost Rider 2.
Yeah,
A movie I'm probably gonna go see again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cough, cough.
yeah. No, I didn't say that. He just said there's a lot of... No, just kidding. I'm being facetious, but that's okay.
Pretty sure it's Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider
Movie.
It's probably Ghost Rider. just
Yes.
just fuck with the school. As a GM, I was totally talking about Mad Max, but it could be Ghost. Maybe you got Ghost Rider and Mad Max. Anyway,
Awesome.
anywho, but yeah, he says that, and he's like a few other little tidbits as well, but nothing too fancy. But it fleshes out the collection. It's not too bad.
Very nice. If you need any appraisal, I would do it for free just to experience the.
Be careful, Patrick. When you offer things for free, a shrewd guy like me takes advantage of that situation. But I know what you mean. Good. Now, is it okay if I say you guys leave?
Yeah.
Patrick, roll me a D100, please.
Okay.
Takes you about 20-25 minutes after leaving Perrin's post. But since you had the cred chip in your hands, it makes sense that you would make this roll. And because of your mechanical know-how, and because it's millions of credits on a cred stick, whenever you examine it, look at it, go to upload it to wherever you keep the bulk of your funds, you realize there's something up with that cred chip. It's it's weird because its readout is shifting from time to time. Like on a digital watch, if you push it too much, like the zeros become eights. It's like doing that, which is strange because it's digital, so it shouldn't have that sort of problem. You can do a diagnostic on your computer, you think, would be the easiest way to kind of fix that problem. But you're thinking, like, if maybe just the reader's freaked out, or like maybe the data's corrupted, and you don't want corrupted money, right? So,
Right.
Yeah.
I would definitely be interested in that.
Plugging it into your personal portable computer, you find out that there isn't a single credit on that cred chip. Instead, there's an encoded message. Would you like to listen to it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to give you all a link.
Holy shit! What's going on?
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Oh, I was screaming at you, Inferno, but I was muted the entire time. It was really creepy with you humming.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Here's the links for everybody.
I was sitting there going, I was like, why isn't he just telling us how much money is on the crit stick? Why? Why?
What kind of money? Let me know when y'all are ready.
I'm
I am ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Count us down, Piffy.
3, 2, 1, go.
Your cred chip reads 0 funds, not because I want to rob you, but because I can't be seen aiding you. I lived an eventful, sometimes risky life, and the fruits of that labor is Parin's post. In order to make sure the post lives on after me, I've had to make arrangements with other powers. From Ipshaming to Tolkien and New Lazlo, we all do little favors for each other, and we all sometimes look the other way. In this case, it's the Coalition. I don't have an exact idea what you did to piss them off, but the conversations I've had seem to hint that this is personal. Also, I doubt Tom's wanted status helps. Regardless, you stirred up a hornet's nest, and I gotta play accordingly to keep what's mine, and to protect the people that live here. Every conversation we have, or are going to have, is recorded. Anything you tell me, I will report to my contact. But just because I'm obligated to exchange information for favors doesn't mean I'm going to do that blonde prick's dirty work. You're in a rock and a hard place, though. Regardless of what I might tell you otherwise, there is a squad of howling banshee mercs skulking around the perimeter of my land. I've made it very clear to them and to their coalition paymaster that I'll blast those fuckers the second they cross into my border. But they probably have you marked already, so when you leave, they'll make their move against you the second they can. But if you stay here for more than a few days trying to wait them out, I'll be expected to hand you in myself. And I don't want to do that. So instead, when I talk to you, I'm gonna tell you some cock and bull story about needing help getting the last of the dragon skeleton you sold me. I'll ask you to head east, back to the dragon's grave, and if you play along, it probably would be best to talk to me again before you leave, and confirm on my listening devices that you intend to go that way. Start to head east, 50 miles or so, destroy the howling banshees that will be on your tail, and hightail it anywhere but east. Because I'm going to have to tell Van that that's where you're going. And I'll have to be able to play ignorant when his dead boys and his sky cycles go all that way to find out you weren't there. Things are tense. I am facing incredible pressure, and I'm taking more of a risk than you can imagine. If anyone gets any wind of this message, and they know I tipped you off, I'm screwed. So, I guess if you're pissed, you could release this and damn me along with you. But I'm ignoring my shrewd business mentality and trusting my instinct on this. If I'm right to trust you with this, if you understand, you'll destroy this the second after you're done listening to it. Remember, they call me Finger for a reason. I'm more resourceful than most, and there are other more subtle ways I can help. Just be patient. Keep vigilant. Don't get captured. Don't get killed.
Mother.
Jesus!
Now that could have been any blonde prick. Come on now.
Squee.
No, I like my denial. Let me live. You are
It was the
epitome
one
of
person
denial.
you successfully fucked in this entire roleplay.
You.
No, he didn't do the fucking, okay?
Nobody
Miss-
did the fuck.
No.
Nobody
He did the fucking. I remember what Nathan said. You fucked me.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Look. All I'm saying is you're the epitome of denial. Allow me some.
Fine. Fair enough. It's pot calling the kettle black.
No.
Oh my god.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
every goddamn time, I always think it would have been better to just fucking kill him. like the prick that he is. And this just reaffirms, hey, we should have fucking killed him. And
Honestly, though, as good as that might have made you feel, it wouldn't really improve the situation much. There's always another Nathan.
Can we give Perrin a hug?
Yes.
Like, geez, what a guy.
Yeah, seriously.
yeah,
I'm glad.
I'm tempted.
I
But
was
here's
ready to
the
be
thing,
pissed
though.
at him.
No.
Here's
Oh.
the fucking thing. We have to spend 2 weeks here.
No, you don't. You don't have to.
No, we don't. We're not going to anymore. Things change, man.
Yeah.
Maybe we can ask the cyber doc dude to come with.
We're kidnapping Fincher.
We're kidnapping Fincher.
Yeah.
Okay, is everybody else on board with this plan?
Do you guys want me to wait? You guys can just keep brainstorming ideas, but I can
Crazy
give
one.
you. Can I give you may I put some input in?
Just tell us,
Sure.
GM.
Okay.
Tell us, benevolent God.
Okay. Well, two things, of course. You say you can kidnap Fincher. I guess you could do that, but also, remember when you first met Fincher and he had his traveling lab with him? He's a traveling cyberdoc. He doesn't always stay in Parent's Post. So I can't guarantee you he's even close to interested in doing this, but that's not to say he doesn't have the means to do so, right?
Yep.
Secondly, of course, I've also given you tips for assisting Mila that's outside Parent's Post.
That's
You-
east.
Sir, no, that's west.
Oh, is it west? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was east too.
I
Okay,
might
cool.
have said east, but I meant west.
Okay.
I
did
can't
not-
remember.
I can't remember either. I was trying to
Yeah,
remember.
the record for the future people listening to this, and you listen to the recording and they backtrack, and I say east. That was a mistake. I should have said west because there's no way I'd send that potential thread the same direction of that. That's just fucking cruel, you know. So
asshole!
yeah, I know.
Unless we really want to kill us from coalition, which I'm not that ignorant.
That's also another option. Now that you know they're coming, you could ambush the ambush.
You know what actually makes
You have
me
a lot.
the
You have a lot
saddest
of options towards you. Well, what's up?
Is that I was gonna go to Perrin and tell him that Perrin, I need heavier hitting equipment, and now I can't.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
it's okay though. We will adapt.
Well, I think this would be a good place to end it for you guys to decide what you want to do next. Every decision, every session just ends with another crossroads. But fuck it, that's role playing, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cliffhangers left and right.
Dun, dun, dun.
At least it's not oh yes, it's her. End the
That was-
session.
That was the best cliffhanger.
God.
No, that
damn it. Yeah,
made
that
you-
was really fucking good.
I don't know. This one's still pretty up there.
No, this one's really good too.
Ah.
Yeah.
But like, that was just like the way like it played out narratively was pretty awesome.
Well, in the session
Just so
here-
I don't forget for the next one, yeah, Patrick's definitely doing the means to digitally wipe data and then physically destroy the
Awesome.
thing that held the.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Great. Thank you. We'll put that in it. And also, I'll let you guys know, too, because now of this new message, you might feel some sort of time pressure. I'm going to make it clear that throughout this week, I'm going to give you not only Techno Wizard list, but a general like goods list and weapons list and whatnot. And I'm going to say, narratively speaking, you guys will have enough time, regardless of what time you leave Parents Post, to do the shopping that you need to. Or you want to, you know? You just don't have extra parent money. Instead, you got parent tip-off.
Right.
That's
So-
worth more than any money.
That's what to say.
Yeah, it really is.
All right.
Oh, we told him everything.
I know, that's why he was wincing.
I know.
Oh,
That's why he
explains
was
it,
wincing.
yeah.
Yeah.
What a fool we are.
No, you guys were just doing what you guys were doing what you know, as
I know,
parent.
I know Nathan's
Yeah.
fate. Nathan's gonna be like, Al, you should have known better, blah, blah, blah.
You're an elf now.
You're an elf now. How interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Go fuck yourself,
Fucking
Nathan.
so that.
So are you telling me you're a traitor to the coalition and you're a DB now? Oh, joy.
was about to say, you're just making this. You just want me to kill you, don't you?
Yeah.
Just begging for it.
All right, we'll go ahead and end the session there.
Okay.